for what we can see on Itch.io. What we can see on Itch.io. If I go into jams, it should be jams join. There we go. Oh, it was right there. Boop. And luckily, the definition is super vague. I mean, the theme hasn't been announced yet, right? Making sure. Theme. Yeah, theme has not been announced yet. To be announced, so, but it happens in 3 days, so we're going to focus on the fundamentals for this very short period of time I have. Boop. Camera! Alright. Maybe I can adjust the camera a little bit. Oh, I'll have to adjust the screen. Boop. Boop. Alright. Let's get it. I would like it to be like, because what I typically see for a bullet game jam is 2D, right? And let me look this up. I'm like, why do I see 3D? And it's like, yeah, that's a common thing. Because a part of me is like, why do I see 3D bullet hells? It's like, that's called Call of Duty, like, or some shit like that. So 3D bullet hell. Oh yeah, that was some of me. I could have just went to see him. Oh. Death Must Die is an amazing title. I love that title so fucking much. Like, what a good title. Like, oh my god.
Collect your bearings and focus your mind.
Oh, what a cool looking game.
And enter Death's realm
god.
once again.
What a cool looking
Do you really
game.
think you can kill?
This is very much like it's like kind of reminds me of Vampire.
What kind of legend would
Vampire Survivor. But it has like almost Hades-like element with the storytelling.
I want to see Death's heart encased in a prison of ice.
Why can't I hear it? Maybe you guys can't hear me. Because it looks like my earphones are not cooperating. It was connected to the wrong computer. So this is me doing game jam for the Bullet Hell game jam. I wanted to see a 3D example. Pulled up this. It looks like Vampire Survivor. I think this is considered a bullet heaven rather than a bullet hell. But I don't know. But it's very cool. Has like a Hades-like element to it with the storytelling, but a Vampire Survivor. So it's like Vampire Survivor meets a story, essentially. But it's very well rated, very well liked. It looked like it did very well commercially, so good for them. Hell Realm. Just curious of what other games they came out with. Not many, but doesn't have to be many. Shit. Good for them. Did their other game do well too? Their other game did well too. That's awesome. Very happy for them. Good for them. Alright, anyway. Shoot, I have something else to work on, so I'm going to quickly pause this. This is going to stay on, because it has to, but I have something else to do really quick. Oh, did I already action this? Or no, I did not. No, I did not. Okay. Alright, let's make sure that nobody else did it already. Making sure that none of that information is available on screen, which is not, so that's good. And I did make sure that the policy, or whatever I'm doing, none of your business. What? Oh, fuck them up. What? I'm gonna do my stuff. god, why is this not working? Imagine this is the one time I actually have a viewer. Thank God. That would be so funny, honestly. Alright, where are we? What am I thinking? Why? Why would it do that? Okay, going back to this. So let me go back because I'm looking for specifically bullet hells, and specifically I want to look for bullet hells that are well loved. Obviously, vampire survivors. This is considered a bullet hell? That's too many hashtags. Like, Jesus Christ. Nudity. Oh yeah, 2B. My God, 2B. What a fucking baddie. Putting my lust aside for a second. Near Andre. Yeah. Let's see. Permadeath. What? I'm looking for specifically a bullet. Oh, this is all items? I could have sworn I put a limit of bullet hell on here. Yeah. Okay. And here's a couple, and then all items that are bullet hell? No? No, I don't know why. Bullet bullet time. Here. Let's redo this. Why are we also doing it not in actual Steam? Look at this. Early access, if only I could get early access. Alright, bullet hell. Okay, and then we're specifically going to look for 3D. Crab Champions is considered a bullet hell? I don't think that's fucking accurate. It's not. What? What are these search filters? Steam? Am I bugging? Like, why is it? Why am I getting this weird view? Why can't I just see... Oh, because it's part of a bundle, I guess? I can't see the game by itself? There we go. Oh, this is ugly. I don't like it. No offense to the developer. Oh, it looks actually much better. What the hell? Duo, right? Project. This one looks actually much better. So let's see this in action. Ah. Let me see, bitch. Okay. Alright. So that's a little bit of research. Well, let's just get this shit out of the way. Let's get a plane, or I guess it would be not a mesh. What am I looking for? Maybe it is a mesh. Yep. And then this is gonna be a mesh plane, bitch. There we go. And then let's make this plane mega big. How big, Jeff? Mega big. Mega big is what I said as far as the thing. Anyway, how big in scale? Let's say 100. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Let's just change the color because that's horrible. Is that in? Where is that? Visibility? No. Maybe I have to add a material to it. Material girl! Alright. Maybe I have to add a material to it. Material. There we go. This is standard material because we're not doing anything crazy with it. All I need is a color. Okay, now that we have that, let's add some collision shape to it. Or do we have, is it going to tell us to do it the other way around? Ah, okay. So I need a, this is a ground. Do we need a ground? Well, again, we don't know what the theme is, so let's just get the fundamentals, right? Let's get a static body 3D. And let's change the order up here, right? This should be a child of this. Bitch. Yeah. And then what's wrong with you? Oh, because we haven't defined the collision shape. Bing, bing. Bing, bing. Bing, bong. I'm Bubba's mom. Alright, so no collision. Why isn't it giving me the option? Depth, polygon. This is weird. Oh, well, I haven't done 3D before, so I'm like, oh, this is weird, but maybe it's not for 3D. I just feel like you should mesh. I don't know if I inadvertently made a joke there. But the static body should have a child of collision shape. Oh, polygon. That's why I chose polygon. Polygon's more, what's the word? Complex than what I'm looking for here. I think I did a thing. Is it like, what? Why is it like that? Right? Because if I do zero this out, because that's what I think it is. 0. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Now, let's get a character. And that character needs a mesh so we can see it. You need clothes, kid. And we want to do a, again, we don't know the theme, so let me not even extrapolate on that. So, character, let's move that character up. And then you need a collision. Okay. Now test underscore level. Is that because there's no camera? So there was a camera by default. Godot 4. Could have sworn there was, but we'll put a camera in. Okay. It's so dark. Oh, I did it in this. Alright, that's not an actual preview though. That's not an actual preview. What is a thing? It's I don't remember what it's called. Nope. Nope. Yes. Okay, I can't tell which direction the sun is pointing. There we go. I also realized how far away the sun was. The hard cutoff is, I think, stupid. But I'm not a programmer like that. So, like you're gonna judge it? You make a game engine. No. Or would I ever? Like, this seems like a complete waste of my time. I'm not that type of engineer. Oh my god. Okay, Jeff, let's do this. You flimbling flop. Let's do this. Okay, I'm running short on time here. I don't have a whole lot of time here, buddy. Son? All these nodes are my son. They made them. I chose them for them to be on the scene. So, I like my son. Dude, this is the benefit of having no viewers, honestly, is I can make stupid jokes like that. Like, and I don't feel like cringe or whatever. I'm like, it's so fun. That's me now. That's who I am. This is who I've become. With no monitoring in place. Alright, cool. Ultimately, we're going to want the sun to follow. So I think there's a plugin for that. Or maybe I created one? What did I do on Knock-A-Block? Did I redo Knock-A-Block? Let me see really quick. I'm just curious. I think that's fine. I mean, ultimately, I don't think the project was in a really good state anyway. I may have broken the project, but I don't think it was in a good state anyway. Or did I just attach the camera to the player? Yep, that's what I did. Which makes sense inherently. Because what is the scene without the character? So that's what I'll do here as well. That makes sense. I haven't even gotten to the fun parts of this. Let's see how that goes. Okay. No! There we go. Alright, so there you are. In all your glory, you beauty! That's my David Tennant impression. Beauty! Alright. Alright, nigga. Let's do this. Let's do this, my nigga. Let's do this. What are we doing? Oh, let's get basic movement on the player. So, whoops. Okay. Speed. Get out of here. Boost. I'm doing that. Alright. So let's create a function, call it movement. We want it to be 3D, and what's the point of 3D if you don't have like three-dimensional movement? You know what I'm saying? That feels stupid. the fundamentals of a bullet hell, right? Is three-dimensional movement inherently, because if we look at all the previous winners of the Game Jam, okay, well, these aren't good examples for the simple fact that it doesn't really prove my point, but they're able to move up, down, left, and right. In a 3D game would still be up, down, left to right, but it's not necessarily up and down. It would be on the z-axis. So we'll get this. So input dot get axis, and then we have two axes. And we have not named them. So let's do that now. Project settings, input map. We're gonna call this left movement, right movement, forward movement, backward movement. Left is attached to this, and left is attached to this. Right is attached to this, and right is attached to this. Forward is this, and forward is this. Back is S, and back is back. Okay? And then we have all that covered. We're going to say quotation, backward, comma, forward, and input dot get access left and right. Okay. Times the speed variable. Times the speed variable. Okay. And then we'll add a boost later. I don't know if this is actually going to work. I don't know if I could just define the function without putting this in the process. I don't know. It doesn't look like it. I also don't know if this code makes 100% sense. I'm really just slapping something together without thinking. So let's get this in the process function, or I guess it would be in the physics, right? This is physical movement, so function underscore physics, and then we run the movement. What? Either way, we create that variable, and that variable would be a integer. Ultimately, this boils down to an integer as far as the data type. Both of these do. No, both of these come down to a float, not an integer. So dot var back and or movement is this, and this is left and right. Okay. And then we take back and forth time or dot convert right? Why? Why can't I look inside of this variable? Can I do that? Self? Yeah, I figured that would be the same problem. I was being a smart ass, honestly. Alright, I'll come back to this, but I have to get going. Alright, this is the very beginning. I haven't gotten to anything fun yet, just trying to cover basic movement. I know I've done this before with using Get Access. I've really liked that before, because then it does the it for us, where like the movement, there we go, as far as how far left and how far right is taken care of. So it's able to, all the way left is, let's say, a positive one, and then all the way right is a negative one, but in between it's able to get that as points. So this a little bit is like point, let's say 0.5, and then all the way, or halfway is 0.5, and then all the way is 1. And then this way it would be -5, and then -1 on the scale. And that will calculate it for all up and down, left and right. It's just all the way to a point. So all the way, this would be +1, positive 0.5, and then 0 as the default state. Same thing for negative, so it would be -0.5 and then -1 as the gradients there. Okay, alright, so we got all that. We haven't done much with it, but we'll get to that in a little bit. I would just really like to get some movement down on here. Oh, would it be time? Oh, move and slide. Move and slide. That'll cover it. Nope. We also need gravity. So I don't know if we define gravity or if character has gravity already defined in it. Gravity. No, I guess not. Alright, so we have to define gravity. That's fine. What is gravity? Well, I'll tell you what gravity is. Gravity is a variable, and we're going to make it up. I really feel like it does have gravity. No, I'm very surprised. That doesn't even make sense to me that it's not like a default gravity, default variable in character. But that's fine. It also makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong, but that's fine. So we're gravity is going to be defined by, let's just say 100. Every second we're going to take the gravity takes the player, right? And that's where we're enacting it. Or should we apply it to everything? No. For our sake, we're going to say that it takes the self dot transform. Why are you being a butt about this? Like, you're so, honestly. So, dot trans. Why can't I take the transform information? Dot. What does it think that this is? Get. Maybe transform? Why are you being weird? Maybe I'm being weird. But I think we would, see, as a player, we're taking this entity and we're applying a force. The force is called gravity. So I want to be able to directly influence its Y variable. So I would think, right, that calling this out dot maybe we just call it out directly. Player is equal to is self, and then we call the player dot transform dot or dot transform dot y cannot find property on base. Let me see this. Let me see you. Oh, I guess it's called position. So dot position is dot y is minus equal to gravity. Okay, that tells us that this collision does not work. So let's go into this. By default, I went into 3D because I'm so used to it. Let's change the collision shape. Oh, this is the collision shape to the player. We leave that alone. We're going to call this ground to be less confusing. Ground. We're going to take this collision shape. We're going to redo it. We're going to make it. I don't know why a plane isn't just available. Like, it just feels weird to not have a plane available. Honestly, like, it just feels weird. Why the fuck isn't there a plane available? Maybe that does it. Maybe that's what we're calling it. Doesn't look like that did it either. Okay, let's do it like a fucking cube. And then we'll make this, I feel like we should be able to, yeah, let's do this. If I take this, click the mesh, and I do, there we go. And then we take this one, delete that, save this. What? Oh, it's still running. Oh no, it's not. Where's our player? Here he is. So why? Maybe it's tunneling? Maybe? Why is there two players? So, get out of here. I'm gonna say... Oh. Well, I guess we can set the function for that. It may actually just be a save. Why can't I use the same thing? It's like... What? What's wrong? Non-existent is grounded. I pulled that up. Like, what are you talking about? It doesn't exist. It's literally a part of. It is. It's literally a part of. I couldn't make it up. I literally pulled it. Dot is underscore grounded. If is grounded. Ground. There's also part of the problem in love of game dev is I'm going to get sucked into a rabbit hole when I really need to go. If player does is this wall is ceiling is. I just feel like I'm doing this wrong. I should look at the documentation specifically online. So there we go. Yeah. Grounded. Okay, I'll address this later because again I'm going to get down in this whole rat hole. I meant to do this for only 9 minutes, just as a quick setup, and I've done it for 40. Jesus Christ! Like, this is the problem with game dev. I barely did anything, and it's like, oh my god, 40 minutes of my life. Okay, I need to leave. I do need to leave. Peace out. Peace. Peace, I said.